Today, I am going to talk about an important subject, which is a result of a question or a request raised by one of our disciple. He has asked that Guruji, you have been repeatedly talking to us about the science of Vedas and the benefits of understanding it and practicing it. But can you tell us a method by which or practice by which we can realize the wisdom of the Vedas? We are definitely able to know what you are communicating, but we want to realize and enjoy the benefits out of practicing the knowledge that you have told us. This is a very, very important point. One thing is knowing, another one is practicing it and getting benefit out of that. That is why Vedas have demarcated two areas separately. One is knowledge, another one is sadhana, jnana and sadhana. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna very clearly said that Sankhya and Yoga are two sides of the same coin. Sankhya here stands for jnana or knowledge, and yoga here stands for sadhana. Don't get confused between the nowadays practice of asanas and physical exercises as yoga. Here, yoga means the sadhana of self or God realization. This leads to the question for one's understanding what is the God? If we want to understand God, or if we understand God, we can understand ourselves because God and us are the same. There is no difference. That is why the Siddhas sang that if we want to realize the God, try to go to the easiest place, that is you yourself, because that God is within you. It is He who is activating you. The Siddhar song says that நான் அசைந்தால் அசையும் அகிலமில்லாமே. It also says இருக்கும் இடத்தை விட்டு இல்லாத இடம் தேடி எங்கெங்கோ அலைகின்றாய் ஞானத்தங்கமே. Because when He is within you, why are you running about? If we have to therefore look for the God, search for the God within us, we have to know what is God. For this, Vedas have clearly said God is Satchidanandam. Sat, Chit, Anandam. Sat means existence, Chit means consciousness, Anandam means bliss. Sat, existence. All of us are existing. We cannot deny that. To deny our existence, first we have to be not existing. How can we deny our existence? We are existing. Plants are existing, animals are existing. Everything created in this universe is existing. Even the universe is existing. It is another matter that they are all temporal existence. We may be existing for 120 years. Some trees may be existing for 500 years. Sun may be existing for 10 billion years. This universe may be existing for 1 trillion years. But then they are not eternal. Whereas the Parabrahman is eternal. But during the period we are existing. So we are fulfilling the first condition of being a God, that is existence. We are existing. Second condition is consciousness. Are we conscious? Consciousness, awareness. We are aware. That is why you are understanding that you are hearing this lecture. I am understanding, I am giving this lecture. There is a consciousness. We are all aware. When a person ceases to be conscious, It can be when he is fast asleep or when he is dead. But even when he is fast asleep, still the consciousness is there, because when he wakes up, he knows that he was sleeping. Therefore, even at the time, consciousness was not missing. Only when somebody dies, the consciousness is not in that body. But still, the consciousness is there as Anma, that is a separate subject. So, therefore, we are conscious. Therefore, we are fulfilling the second condition. Here, for a minute, we will review. The existence concept is there in all beings, whether it is an animal, whether it is a plant, whether it is an insect, they all exist. But when we come to consciousness, the consciousness has to be divided into three parts. One is the physical consciousness, second is the mental consciousness, third is a spiritual consciousness. This bodily consciousness is there in all the beings, whether it is humans, animals, plants, or insects. They are aware. That is why they are having this instinct or they are having this sensation. But when we come to the mental consciousness, very few animals have having it. To a minor extent, all of them have, but not to a large extent. The psychic consciousness is prevalent among the human beings. When we come to the third level of consciousness, which is a spiritual consciousness, that is being aware of the divine power within us, that is commonly not found in the human beings even. In fact, that is what has to be developed. That is what the sadhana is for about. We must understand that all of us are a divine being or spiritual being in the form of a human. We are not a human being having spirit. We are a spiritual being having a human body. So we have to develop the spiritual awareness within us or the divine power within us. That is what this sadhana is all about. Veda is teaching what is the spiritual power within you, and then Veda is teaching how to realize it. So that realization process only we are now discussing. So we have talked about existence, consciousness. Then we come to the third criteria, bliss. Bliss is happiness. God is full of bliss. If God is full of bliss, human beings and all beings, which is made in the image of God, has also to be blissful. But when I make this statement, people are generally taking it with a pinch of salt. They are asking, how is it? All of us are having so many worries. There is not a moment when we are truly happy. It is rarely we are happy. One person gave the example of the happiness as a person is hanging in a cliff. On the top, there is a tiger. Under the bottom, he is finding a snake. So he knows either way his life is a danger. At this point of time, a honey is dropping from a nearby tree. It falls on his lip and he enjoys it. They say this is life. No, that is not life. We have made our life like that. Our life is full of bliss. But where have we missed the bliss? When God has given so much of bliss, where have we missed it? We have missed it because between the divine power within us and our normal living, one fellow has intervened. That fellow is your ego. That ego has stolen all the bliss because he has brought in the Shadribhus like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Mascharya, all these things. He has made you greedy. He has made you angry. He has made you lustful. Therefore, at all points of time, we are feeling that we are missing something. The moment we are feeling we are missing something, we cannot be blissful. The biggest definition of God is Purnatvam. He is always full. He doesn't lack anything. God is a repository of everything. But man is not feeling so. But if we go into the details of what he is lacking, we will be surprised that he himself will not be able to say. If he gets what, he will be happy. For example, somebody will say that if I get 2 crores, I will be happy. If somebody will say if I get a job, I will be happy. Somebody will say that if I pass my IAS examination, I will be happy. Somebody will say if I get a house, I will be happy. But you go and ask them after they have got it. A person who has got a house, is he happy? He will have some other worry. So, this problem of being not happy is arising on account of our lack of fulfillment. We are not having a contentment. We always long for something else or the other. However much we may have. A person may be a billionaire, but he may not be happy. A person may have all the comforts in life, but still he is not happy. Because he says, I am missing this, missing that. But this was not the case in the earlier days. The rishis were very happy, very blissful. They were not materially rich. The kings who were materially rich were prostrating before them. Why? King was having all the material comforts, but he lacked that bliss. But the rishi who is living in a thatched hut, he was very happy because he was not lacking anything. He had contentment. So the bliss comes from contentment. If you have to get the bliss, you have to get over your ego, and for getting over the ego, you have to get over the Shadribus, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Masharyam. That is why Ravana's 10 heads were removed. Ravana had 10 heads because there were 10 negatives in a human being. Subramanya quells Surabhatma, who took 6 different heads because they are all the negative energies. So therefore you have to overcome these negative energies within you. The question is, how do we overcome that? To overcome that is the sadhana. You have to do some practice. If you follow that practice, you will be able to overcome. To overcome these negative energies, Vedas have given several routes. One route is devotion, bhakti. Another route is selfless service, karma. But Vedas declare the definite, long standing, and the sure route is dhyana, meditation. Meditation means attention, intention, and concentration. You have to have an intention towards something, and you have to be having a serious attention towards that thing, and you have to be concentrating on that thing. If these three things are together, you will definitely achieve it. It is not a mere desire. It is a desire backed by firm will. If it is there, you will get it. The classical example is a worm becoming a wasp. A worm is concentrating with a deep will that it wants to become a wasp and a butterfly, and becomes a butterfly just by concentration. Nothing else. This process of change happens because of its concentration. So, meditation is the right method. And for doing this meditation, several methods are talked about. Because since it is a very deep subject, every philosopher, every religion has brought about their own methods of meditation. Some people say that if we concentrate on our breathing, you will be able to meditate. Some people suggest that you concentrate on your sensations. Some people say you concentrate on your thoughts. Some people say you push out all the thoughts. There are several methods. In other words, the meditation is being suggested on the body or the mind or the thought or on what you want. But the best method of meditation is to be clear about what you want and concentrate and meditate on that. Mind is a very tricky animal. It is a monkey. It will keep on jumping from one place to another. To keep it under control is very difficult. Therefore, if you want to meditate, which can happen only through the mind has to be given an object or an idea to meditate and an object or an idea to concentrate. These two have to be there. Otherwise, it will be just wandering. So, it is better to decide what do you want and meditate on that. You can say that I want a job, you can meditate on that. You will get a job for sure, provided you are throwing your full will behind that. But what is the right thing that you should ask for? The right thing to ask for is enhancement of your divine power. You have a divine power. There are some shortcomings. That is why you are not able to be happy and contented. You are not able to succeed in your life. So the best way is to seek enhancement of the divine power. If the divine power is enhanced, then rest of the things will automatically happen. This is explained in Mahabharata by a small incident. The war is going to break out. Lord Krishna is sleeping. Now the question is, which side Krishna is going to support? So Duryodhana comes to Krishna's place seeking his support, and Yudhishthira, Arjuna also comes to Krishna's place. And Duryodhana with his ahankar sits on the head side, by the bedside on the head side of Lord Krishna. And Arjuna comes and sits by the leg side of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna wakes up. As he wakes up, naturally as we wake up, we are likely to look at the opposite side of us, which is on the leg side. So he first saw Arjuna. Then he saw Duryodhana. So he asked Arjuna, what have you come for? Duryodhana said, I have only come before him, therefore you have to ask me. So he asked, what have you both come for? They both told. So now the question was, who should be given the first choice? Now, the choice was given, and Arjuna chose that Krishna, I want you. And Duryodhana was very greatly relieved, because Duryodhana wanted only the army, the vast army of Krishna. Krishna said, no problem, both of you have asked for two different things, so I don't have to get myself worried. I'll give you both of you whatever you have asked for. So I grant myself to Arjuna, and I grant the entire army to Duryodhana. Now Duryodhana was happy. He left. After that, Krishna asked Arjuna, I gave you the first choice to ask. But why did you ask me? I am a very loner. What can I do for you? Arjuna said, Krishna, if you are with me, I have everything. All the things I want will come to me. But without you, even if I have all the things, it means nothing because they can all vanish. With you, everything will come to me. So, this is the moral. So, if you enhance your divine power, everything else will come to you. Therefore, what you should meditate upon? The right thing to meditate upon is to enhancement of your divine power. You don't have to ask for this or that. Once you enhance your divine power, everything will come to you. Lord Shiva is having a name called Asutoshi. Asutoshi means he will grant all that you need, not that what you want, what you ask for. No. He knows all that you need to succeed in your life. You may not know what you need. That is why many philosophies, many devotional songs, many sages have suggested don't go and ask for God this or that. You just ask God that give me what all you think I need because I don't know myself what I need. The God will give you all that you require. Therefore, the right way to meditate upon is to meditate on the enhancement of the divine power which is within you. Once the divine power is increased, then you will get automatic intuition, automatic vision, automatic understanding of all the things around you, and you will get solutions for your problem and right guidance. So, coming back, what is required to be done as a sadhana is Divya Dhyana. You have to do a Divya Dhyana. Divya Dhyana means meditating on the Parabrahman. If you start meditating on the Parabrahman, as you keep meditating on that, like the worm meditating on the wasp, you will become that supreme power. Your energy, your knowledge, your wisdom, your bliss, your consciousness, everything will expand. And then you will be able to succeed. So, this Divya Dhyana is the sadhana for self and God realization. How to meditate on this divine power? Very simple. There are mantras which bring that divine energy. Our Vedas have given several mantras which create the divine energy, which draw the divine energy. You have to just be reciting those mantras, keeping the divine image in your mind and praying that your divine energy is enhanced. You want to augment that divine energy. Let that be the only prayer. Let that be the only desire. Let that be the only will. If you keep doing it, you will find a huge difference. You will find that you succeed materially, spiritually, socially, in every form. So, this Divya Dhyana is a solution for self and God realization, for material and spiritual success. This is what we are actually teaching you in the My Mantra Yoga. We were aware of the need for this sadhana. That is why we are training people for this divine Divya Dhyana. So, to answer the question raised by the devotee, the best sadhana is meditation, meditation on the Parabrahman, meditation through a mantra. You will get all that you need. You will succeed, you will prosper, you will be peaceful, you will be happy, and you will enjoy all the good things in life. You will overcome all the negative energies. You will become positively charged. Om Namo Narayanaya.